So
Right.
it's actually picking up off the.
Yes, picks off the antenna.
Okay. I thought we had a cord that plugged into the trailer.
We did.
So you don't even need that anymore.
No, you don't need the cord. That's because now that's the power,
Right.
right? And that's
Transmitter.
the transmitter, the receiver. And so it takes the place, not that one.
Yeah, the other one that we had.
Well, no, that is the one.
Yeah, we
you don't-
used the old one. Though.
Yeah, you didn't. Well, you need that one to get out of the
Yeah.
computer. So the rest of this all goes together as always. This plugs into the computer. This plugs into the output of this thing. But now this one is no longer used. Normally you would have plugged
Yep.
this into there,
Correct.
and that would have run the cable there. So
Well, shit, that actually made it even simpler than what it was.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I got
that's it.
That's it. And you know what? I actually have another lithium ion or lithium phosphate
Do you?
battery that when this goes bad,
Mhm.
we'll replace that. I just bought one and it's like $100. And it's like a battery like this and it'll last for 6,000 charges forever.
And that's the charger. When you want to charge it, all you gotta do is unplug it there and
Plug it in there.
plug it into there. That's it. That's fully charged. Just checked it.
Cool.
The only thing that they told me was make sure you roll this off so you don't pull the Velcro off.
Okay.
That's it. That's
Wow.
the difference.
That's simple. Cool.
Yeah, roll that off instead of pulling straight up.
Yeah, and this should last forever. Like that.
Yeah. Yeah, for as long as we use it each time.
Yep.
That's it. Everything goes back in the box. That's the only thing I don't have a box for, or it doesn't fit in these two boxes.
Okay. So the only thing I've got to remember is this. Where is this going to go in the trailer?
Yeah. And it was on the rack. Yeah, I had looked at the setup that Kentucky Region uses because they've got a couple of displays. And one of them is both remote.
So before we start the event, when we first fire up the generator, we plug this in, just let it charge for the hour or 2 hours before the event
I
starts.
can do that. I
Right.
just plugged it in just now.
Yeah.
It took less than 2 minutes for the green light to come on.
Okay.
So right now it's charged. Now maybe after, since I just bought it, right? Yeah. Maybe after the winter it will need to be charged, but it's now if the battery should go dead, you could always plug the cable in, right? You could run a power cord up there. And this is in the front here, Richard.
Okay.
Okay, right there. That's it. That's the only
That's
change.
it. Wow.
Actually turns out to be pretty easy.
Are we done?
We're done.